Let's explore this problem. A mail order company has an 11% success rate. If it mails advertisements to 577 people, find the probability of getting less than 59 sales. Okay, round your z-value calculations to 2 decimal places and the final answer to 4 decimal places. Okay, so what do we know? We know that P is 11%, or 0.11. Q would be equal to 1 minus 0.1, or 1 minus P. So that comes out to be 0.89. And N is 577. So now we need to follow the steps to come up with the answer. Our first step is to check to see whether the normal approximation can be used. Okay, so to do that, we take N at 577 and multiply it times P at 0.11 to come up with 63.47. Then if we multiply N times Q, remember that Q is 1 minus P, we come up with 513.53. And then we run the test and we say, well, did NP, right, was it greater than 5? And was NQ greater than 5? And if they were, the normal distribution can be used. Next, we've got to follow step 2, where we find the mean and the standard deviation. So to find the mean, we multiply N times P. 577 times 0.11, or 11%, gets us 63.47. And to find the standard deviation, we take the square root of NPQ. So now we take 577 times 0.11, right, times 11%, times Q, which is 89%. That'll give you the square root of 56.49. And once you solve for that, you get 7.52. And we're rounding our answer to 2 decimal places. Next, we proceed to step 3, where we write the problem in probability notation using X. So at the bottom of the screen, you see the probability is that X is less than 59. Now, the next step is to rewrite the problem by using the continuity correction factor and show the corresponding area under the normal distribution. So the one that makes sense for this particular problem is approximation number 5 from table 6.2. So you see it right there, the probability that X is less than A minus 0.5. And when I slide that graphic up, you can see how that looks. We can see that we have 58.5 right here because we had 59 minus 0.5. 63.47 was our mean. Okay, then we approach our last 2 steps, step 5 and 6. Step 5 says we need to find the corresponding z-value. And to find the z-value, we have to use the function. We take the 58.5 minus the mean of 63.47, and we divide it by 7.52. When we work through the math, what we get is 0.66. Okay, now remember that the 7.52 was the standard deviation. Okay, then we move on to step 6, which is to calculate the solution. And what you have to do is find the appropriate area in a table. In our case, we're using table E. So what we do is we look up the information in a z-value table. Okay, now using this example of a z-table, if we find 0.66, I've got 0.2546 right there. And I know that may be hard to see. Okay, and there's our area in table E is 0.2546. That was the number we were looking for. So the area to the left of Z is 0.2546. So the probability of getting less than 59 sales is 0.2546 or 25.46%.